So this video is sponsored by Pionex, one of the exchanges I use all the time. It's one of the main crypto brokers to Binance, so the volume is very high. The main thing that sets them apart though is that you can use free trading bots, a variety all designed to benefit from different market behaviours, whether that's up, down or sideways. You'll get 20% off all your trading fees for life with my link in the description. And if you join the Telegram, a lot of us already use it, so if you've got questions we can try and help you out. Good morning everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at the market as a whole, including the overall situation with altcoins and the grand picture really, which is perfectly fine. I see a lot of people flapping around this morning after what happened yesterday. Yeah, that was a fair old whack, but it was just for the sake of liquidating really. This was a liquidation event. Yeah, everybody's using derivatives, open interest pretty high. More or less getting reset on a move like that. Now you could end up having another retest a little bit lower, but so far it's been okay. We could get a retest of maybe 62, basically where this 21 exponential is, and the 21 moving average, basically around about 62 to 63. That could happen just to wipe out the over leveraged, which is basically what happened over here. The funding has now more or less been reset. So yeah, without further ado, let's have a look at the grand picture. So Bitcoin at the moment catching a nice bounce on the 10 exponential, just perfectly in line with what you'd expect for a creeping bullish chart really. Absolutely no problem with the way that this is moving. However, if we do pull back a little further, 62,000, 63,000, I'd expect to bounce around that level, and that is that. But the most important thing, I suppose, is to look at the larger picture. So this is the dollar index, right? So for, it feels like maybe a few months now, I've been talking about how the dollar is likely to continue with its rally up to 95, which is where we are at right now. This doesn't necessarily mean that this is the resistance which is going to force the dollar back down again, but there is a good chance that the dollar gets a rejection at this level or thereabouts, right? And if that is the case, it could mean that this is the top of this particular uptrend, which has been pretty good. However, the chart is in an uptrend. The trend is your friend until the end of the trend. So we're looking to maybe try to expect the trend to end around here. However, if it doesn't, it will go up significantly to pre-pandemic levels, around these levels, around 97. That is the next major target, which is a lot for a Dixie. You know, for the dollar to increase in that, that is a lot. And again, this goes against everything that you hear on crypto Twitter, which is that the dollar is dead. It's not dead. It's not dead. It's a chart that ranges just like anything else, and at the moment it's been showing relatively good signs of strength based around previous supports and resistances. And actually, you know, on this occasion, we didn't dig deeper than we did in January, February 2018, which was the previous bull market top, wasn't it, for cryptocurrency? We had a nice big rally thereafter. So technically, at the moment, formed a lower high. So and you know, again, you know, I'm not trying to undermine the masses on Twitter or whatever, but this chart generally does look like it wants to continue through to next year, and that would be in line with the way that I would expect the stock market and crypto to enter a bear market at some point next year. That would all be very much in line with an increasing dollar value. So it's working out so far so good. The dollar is not dead. But for those who who like to think about the dollar, being printed out of existence, there is an element of truth to that, as we all know. And when in doubt, zoom out. We can see that on the long term, the dollar is losing value, and it has been since this chart basically, all the way back here in the 80s. Lower high here, lower high here, lower low here, lower low here, and inevitably, I would expect a lower low. But from through 2022, for instance, I think that we're likely to go up in value, and that will have a possible negative effect on anything that's pegged against the dollar. So crypto and stocks and commodities and things like that. Now, it's a sweeping statement. It's not the be-all and end-all. This isn't the magic, sort of the secret sauce that dictates the entire world. However, it is relatively important that we recognise that the dollar is strong, and until we get a rejection, which hopefully is here, the massive ramping up of anything pegged against it is not likely to occur immediately. But I've been having this area on my targets for a little while now. We've reached it this morning, So maybe we do get that rejection. So let's have a quick look at the total market cap, including Bitcoin. Still pretty much sweet as. It's going up, steady up. We got a rejection from the $3 trillion zone. Now we're just getting picked straight back up again in a very consistent uptrend. Let's move over to the Bitcoin dominance chart. Again, the simple Bollinger Band strategy has caught this one again. So we had that dump yesterday, causing a dump in altcoins faster than Bitcoin, but the recovery is very much in favor of the altcoins at the moment. This is a bearish chart, and I would expect this to move all the way back down to around about the 40% dominant zone, 40, maybe 40.5% dominant zone. So in a nutshell, what this means, in summary, is that yes, there was an event last night that caused a lot of people to have their longs liquidated. People are probably picking those longs straight back up again now, which could end in another liquidation event. Could is the operative word. The overall picture is very much rosy as the dollar reaches a potential area of rejection, and the Bitcoin dominance chart shows that altcoins are the place to be, generally speaking, for the in the short term. So there's nothing to worry about. However, if you're looking to add leveraged positions as a result of what took place yesterday, just be careful. Employ some decent risk management strategies there. Tight stop losses. Put your stop loss in profit where possible. But for those spot traders and people who are just holding their positions until they've reached their targets, I really don't see any problems with that. On the live stream last night, we do these Patreon live streams twice a week. It would appear that a lot of altcoins are brewing a really big move towards the end of November into December. So there is a lot of opportunity still at this level to buy, particularly certain coins at relative lows, for what would look like possibly a parabolic move across the board for altcoins and probably Bitcoin as well, end of this month into December. So things look pretty good. They might be a little bit rocky for the rest of this week, given what's been going on as of last night, and there'll probably be more events like that. Because the charts, and there's so many setups which are so obvious, do you know what I mean? And there's so much leverage taking place in this market these days that they just get wiped out, and that's basically what happened yesterday. But overall, the grand picture is pretty good. I have no issues with any of this. We are not likely to be crashing back down and going bearish. We are very much in line to continue making higher highs and higher lows over the next weeks and probably months. And with that, I will leave it with you there. But thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.